Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of our Open Mic program. And it feel like I'm in a Western movie when I get with you guys. I got Ryan and Dillion here with John 3:16. And I'm telling you, you guys have been rock stars when you look at helping out those victims of the storms. And boy, we've had them.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We're praying for all the families around, but also we're actually getting to go out into the communities and help them. We have a disaster relief team teamed up with Samaritan's Purse, and they're getting to go to Oklahoma, Kentucky, North Carolina, and Poplar Bluff areas so far to help with anything we can to try to help the loved ones and the people of those cities get back to their homes or restore their homes.
So not only Arkansas, but you guys traveled everywhere. I mean, that's something that the ministry does. And that's amazing because you guys have got unbelievable talent amongst the John 3:16 members.
Right. Yeah. We've taken a lot of men that have different specialties. We put that to work. One of our things, we go out there and help and serve the community.
I always say, you look at the eyes, the clarity of the eyes, and you're always praising God because he's brought you out of a dark place.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. When I first got here, you couldn't look at my eyes and tell the difference, but through the teachers, the instructors at John 3:16, and me finding my own way to Christ, absolutely, with the help of the leadership, I'm a new creation today. And now I get to be a leader and help lead other men to Christ as well.
It makes a big difference. Just take a moment and talk about where you came from. How did you get here?
I'm from Greenwood, Mississippi, and how I got here, I was just on a 12-year addiction and at my rock bottom. And finally, my arresting officer told me about John 3. And when he did, I said, yeah, what else is going to work?
You're on the bottom. I remember this story from last year. People really took about it, but you think about it. I mean, when an officer says, Bud, you need some help. I mean, that was a lifeline, really.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. My guardian angel, as I call it, because he arrested me for all my DUIs and all my felony charges.
And how about you?
How it came about was when I was in my addiction, I started getting caught and getting locked up, and I started going to DYS, went the first time, the second time, and then the third time. Well, the third time I did another 6 months. And so they gave me the opportunity because they realized I had a drug problem, and they gave me the opportunity. They said, we'll send you to John 3:16. And then 2 months later, I got saved, and it changed my life. Yeah.
When you experienced that, it is something, would you ever thought that 12 years prior? I mean, you couldn't see the end of this darkness, could you?
No, sir, I could not. I tried rehab after rehab, getting locked up, getting out, telling my parents I wouldn't do it again, and I never could see the end. It was always a repeating cycle that I couldn't break. And then finally one day, my officer told me, he was like, hey, I think you're finally ready to go to John 3:16. And I said, why not? What's it going to hurt me? And then when I got there, I fell in love with Jesus.
It's an amazing story. Well, we got some big things coming up too. We got to talk about Unity Fest, which that's kind of the celebration. I feel like it's like everybody's smiling celebration. It's a great time at John 3:16 Ministries.
Yeah. So we got Unity Fest coming up. It's on May 3rd. We'll have David Crowder. We have a bunch of stuff going on May 3rd. We'll have live auction, silent auction, concessions. That's the only thing you'll have to pay for. The whole concert's free. This year we have a new thing. It's pig races. We have a bunch of exotic animals coming because we had a resident that told us about it, and we took the opportunity. So that's why we have that.
On the grounds, it is beautiful. The concert, the stage is as nice as any stage in America, isn't it? I mean, people, I tell that because, they kind of don't know what to think. And it's just awesome being at John 3:16 Ministries at the complex.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's our 22nd anniversary, May 3rd, that John 3:16 was established back in 2003. And at this event, our live auction, we're going to have over 150 items, trucks, trailers, four-wheelers, cars, anything with a gas engine pretty much that's going to be there for auction. And at this auction, we're also going to do a big giveaway later on that night. We're actually in Searcy now selling tickets on it. It's chances to win a Spartan zero-turn lawnmower to help raise money and keep supporting a ministry that helps broken and women and men. Also, our women's ministry just started about 2 years ago. We just got the building complete and everything that'll house about 40 women as well, bringing husbands and wives back together through Jesus.
That's amazing. Well, what's another thing? I love the story. When you're out at the grounds, it is very, very well kept. It just looks like you're going to a park. I mean, it really is beautiful. It's gotten better every time I go. Something's added and it's new and all. But let's talk about the weed eater ministry. That's what I call it. When I come and go, is that really true? I said, yeah, the weed eater ministry is one of those that It's a time with you and God, basically.
Yeah, funny thing is, I'm 18, so they put me on the weed eater crew. We have our instructor, John Britt. He really enforces in our brain to keep the grass clean. And when I first got here, I was like, what is he talking about? But now that I came to realization, the people that come to the ministry, they see our grass and it's well kept, they like a good place. So yeah, I take, pride in that, keeping everything nice.
So have you had some of that time when you're with the weed eaters? Kind of it's tough sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tough. The hot days and stuff like that. You're just holding a weed eater. It gets heavy. It gets hard, but
it's a lot like life, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're putting it to a good cause.
I love that because a lot of people talk about the weed eater ministry, and there's some of those guys just throw the weed eater and then they go pick it back. They're dealing with some internal stuff, really. Right. I mean, it really is get you closer to God because you got to overcome it.
Yeah, that's what John Britt said. If you persevere through this weed eater season, the weed eater teach you something.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I was that guy that threw that weed eater.
I've heard that. People say, is that true? I said, no, these are all, people remember these moments in time. So that was a changing moment.
Yes, sir. But after that moment, I realized real quick that I needed to persevere through this. And with the help of the Lord, that helped tremendously. Now I'm a weed eater instructor. I get to go out there with the young guys and help lead them to the same thing that helped me, Jesus Christ.
Well, it is beautiful. You guys do a phenomenal job of a complex. It's as nice as Disney World or Six Flags. I mean, it really is beautiful. And it's so welcoming to people coming in. And the complex, like I said, there's something new every year. And I remember in 2003, it was just a little auditorium, and now it's hard to believe where it's at.
Yes, sir. It sure is. I've heard stories after stories after stories of what John 3 used to be and what it is now. But I tell you this, man, it's no place like it on earth. I can't describe it, but I hope and invite y'all to come out and see the ministry because just seeing the ministry will probably change who you are as a person.
All right, let's remember Unity Fest is a time for the community to come out and see. I'm telling you, Crowder is huge. This is going to be a night to remember.
Yes, it sure is. We're expecting 10,000 or more people to come out there May 3rd. Unity Fest, Crowder, free concert. The only thing you'll have to pay for is concession, but yet other than that, it's totally free as well as the ministry. Our ministry is free for women and men that are struggling. Give us a call at 870-799-2525 if you have a loved one struggling. 870-799-2525 or John316thecure.com. Just go on there and we can help in any way we can. Just call us and we'll help get your loved one in. Man, it's so amazing.
Unity Fest coming up May 3rd. It's going to be great for everybody. Concert that night. A lot of activities all over Arkansas that day, but get there that night. They'll love it. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.